Yo, what's happening? What's good in the neighborhood? Let's see if today's live stream is gonna work. Never really know what you're gonna get whenever you hit this live streaming button. Today's live stream. Just wanted to check in. Don't really have anything like super planned for the live stream. Maybe I'll just try to answer some questions here. I am live. I'm live. Internet can totally see you now. To stop, use your encoder. I wonder what's wrong with the stream. Is anyone watching? Is anyone here? Okay. Slowly, a couple of people are joining. I think it's because of a Sunday. Oh, Rudy, Mark, Mirjalol, Zahirul, Got a Minute, PD Divine. What's up, guys? What's up? Murphy says, I used your videos and they helped me get a first in uni. What did you get a first in? Kind of curious now. Nacho, Vinicius, Sean Zhang, Powell, Waliki, Adolfo Hernandez, Tex Solomon. What are you guys doing home on a Saturday? Just cruising the internet? I like the tank tops. Man, I'm so red. You guys see, like, have a tan. Yeah. What do you call this? A farmer's tan? Oh my God. I just got back from outside playing a little bit of tennis and oh boy, the sun is out in full force today. Probably my mistake for not putting on sunblock, but oh Lord. Let's see. What do you guys like to do when you're outside not programming? How many of you guys actually like to talk about programming when you're not in front of a computer? I'm definitely not someone that actually talks about programming a whole lot. It's only on this channel and these videos that I actually talk about it. Other than that, outside in the real world, just kind of a regular person. Like to enjoy the outside and keep the programming talk to a minimum. You guys don't know if you guys like live out in the Bay Area. There's so many freaking tech programmers out here. Whenever you go to a meetup, just try to have a lunch or a dinner with people. You know, sometimes you'll go out with friends they don't know and friends of friends of friends or friends of friends. And like, oh my God, most of everyone out here is a programmer. It gets kind of old. And yeah. Sometimes you'll have these conversations about like programming languages and they're just so awkward because you're not at work, you're just having dinner with friends and you just start talking about work for no reason. It's so weird. Do I know any programming pickup lines? So I thought of one programming pickup line, and here's what you do: you go up to a lady, a nice looking lady at a bar, and then you ask her, "So, do you know Swift UI? I like to be swift with you and I. How does that sound?" And then you buy her like a beer or something. Maybe that's not going to work if she doesn't understand what Swift UI is. Maybe you want to wait after September when Apple finally decides to release Swift UI to the public and then use that line. Otherwise, you might not have a good shot at getting her to talk and open up with you. That's hard. Cringe, my man. Maybe I'll come up with another one. Like, what's another good one? What's another good one? Something like, do you know Flutter? When I see you, you make my heart flutter. Oh, I can go all day. I'm here all. I'm here. What is it? I'm here the whole week. I'm here for the whole week, guys. What's another good one? What's another good one? Like programming stuff is just so sexual. And are you a computer keyboard because you're my type? That's a good one. That's a good one. How about do you like React? Because you're making me react natively. That doesn't have a Gotta rethink that one. I'm still working on it. Just a dishwasher. Oh boy. Oh, that's a good one. Are you an exception? Let me catch you. I approve of that one. That was a nice one. That's a nice one. Or maybe, are you a function? Because I'd like to insert my parameters into you. Oh, that's not good. That's not a good one. Don't use that one. Yeah, that one's dirty. That's dirty. Or maybe, do you want to go out on a drive with me? I'd like to take you for a loop. What has this turned into? I don't know. Sean Zhang for all. Thanks for the support, Sean, for all the pickup lines. You can come up with so many of these pickup lines. I used to think of ones with like computer hardware related, and it's so easy. You know, like you can think of ones with hard drives, RAM. I like to show you my RAM. I like to show you a RAM slots. You want to see my hard drive? I'll show you my hard drive. Yeah, a lot of good ones. How did the programmer die in the shower? He read the shampoo bottle instructions. Lather, rinse, repeat. Okay, that one's a little bit of a stretch. Let me put my RAM into your slot. Oh Lord. Yeah. Okay. Oh man, I think I'll let myself out. I was hoping you wouldn't block my pop-up. That's dirty, man. Oh, you guys are so naughty today. What's up, T-Way? T-Way, I see you. I see you. I'm learning how to code with you. Thanks. Yeah, it's good to be a little silly every now and then. So, trying to work on some things, and every now and then I find myself procrastinating. You guys probably have a lot of procrastination habits that you want to get out of. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Being a programmer is one of the harder jobs in the world. You know, I used to work at McDonald's as a cook, the cashier, and also the drive-through cashier. Out of those three jobs, like the easiest one was actually flipping burgers on the hot stove, because it's just repetitive and it's like really easy. You don't have to think about anything. When you're working at the cashier, you have to like talk to people, make conversation, know how to count change, know how to punch the thing in the menu. I'd rather be the cook, actually, just doing repetitive, dumb, stupid work. Yeah, like stocking the shelves with the hamburger buns, getting the meat out of the fridge. That was easy. I miss those days. Kind of miss those days of just doing very easy work. When you're a programmer, you have to mentally force yourself to sit down, like stare at the computer, do the Google searching, Stack Overflow, test out the code, make sure your functions and loops are all clean and clearly written out. It's not an easy task. You going to work at McDonald's again. Work at McDonald's again. Hey, what's up? What's up, junior dude, Jay? Hopefully someday I can make it back to McDonald's. Live the simple life. What's a better way of saving your avatar? Mike Pujol. I saw your code at Touch of Modern. I legit freaked out when I saw your name. Mike, what are you doing at Touch of Modern? Are you working there right now, or did you get a hold of the source code? So you guys don't know, I used to work at Touch of Modern 4 years ago. If I were to look at my source code again, I think I still have my source code on the computer. I'd probably rewrite it. Like the code that you write 4 years ago is just pretty bad. McDonald's fries, top tier. Yeah, I'm not a big like French fries person. My favorite thing on the McDonald's menu is probably the milkshakes. My milkshakes brings all the boys to the yard. Ryan Acevedo. Whenever I see your last name, Acevedo, it just makes me want to eat like nachos with guacamole avocado. Okay, you guys should answer this question for me. Does Firestore suck at complex business logic? Yeah. Simon Elhaj Steinmeher. Long time no see. Really enjoying the new backend series. Nice. Is that bubble tea I'm drinking? No, this is just. So what I do now is I buy a big bottle of cold brew coffee. It's more like a 2-liter jug of just brewed coffee, and I store that in my fridge. I have some creamer. So creamer is not the healthiest thing that you can you can have, but that's what I have. And so I just mix it together and have a nice cup of coffee-ish substance. How many of you guys are waiting for the new 16-inch laptop coming from? I think it's gonna come out end of this year, and that's what I'm gonna buy. Probably gonna spend like $4,000 on it. Like, unfortunately, Apple computers are like freaking expensive. That's the downside of being a Apple developer. Like, everything that you buy is, oh my God, thousands of dollars. Can you believe it? Right? We spent $4,000 on an iMac Pro. Some of the newer laptops have their like prices. It's been reduced. But still, if you want to buy a pro machine, you really, really have to dig deep in your wallet to make sure you can afford it. I was a mobile dev. I left last month. It was a great place. Plus, I started learning iOS through your vids. So to work on the same code base was amazing. Oh, nice, Mike. Nice. So, Mike, were you the mobile developer at the Touch of Modern? I noticed there were some bugs. I reopened the Touch of Modern application. There are some bugs right now. Are those bugs your bugs? Macs last a long as time compared to Windows laptops. Yep, that's true. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I bought a Windows laptop from Dell in 2016 and it started having problems a year later. Yeah. Man, I still have my old ass like 2008 Dell laptop. It still runs surprisingly, but obviously it's like slow as freaking hell. Apple supports their MacBook for like 10 years. Yeah, that's true. So there's a MacBook right there. You can't see it, but it's like right here. That guy's still running strong. Oh, Russell, your message has been flagged due to the choice of language here. Who's the worst person you've ever worked with? Someone who was just a massive dick. Thanks, Eddie, for the super chat. How many of you guys have worked with just massive dickwads in the office? I would say that I've worked with like different personalities in the past. I really like working with people that I like. Otherwise, just working by myself is what I prefer. Some people just don't communicate really well at all. And if you're stuck with a manager that isn't capable of expressing like what he wants out of you and what he wants your code to look like, and the timeline, the scheduling of what your projects need to like fit in terms of being able to release the software based on a schedule. Like, if your manager sucks at that, then you're gonna have a hard time. So I found myself in that situation. But at the same time, like, he taught me a lot. Going through that entire, I guess you can call it a process, kind of made me a better developer. Like, made me challenge myself to figure out, I don't know, it's kind of I was part of a 2-man team. Hopefully I'm not the cause of the bugs. This is a really obvious bug. If you guys download Touch of Modern right now and you open up the application for like the pricing, maybe I can show you right now. It's not going to focus here, but okay, maybe this is not the best example. Okay, so you guys see this right here? Can you see this? No, that's not showing up. Okay, that's a bad example, but the font is horribly wrong. What do I think about Tech Lead and Yoma Tech? They are, I don't know. What do you think about them? I don't really have any like strong opinions about many of these tech channels. One thing that I'll say is, a lot of these channels are like pretty cringy. I guess to me, because I've been doing YouTube for so long, everything appears to be just super cringy for me. So I can't watch any of these channels because all I'm thinking about is, okay, what is he making this video for? What does his thumbnail look like? What does his video title say? Is it just like clickbaity title? Like all of this goes on when I'm watching a video. I'm not just here sitting and watching it and enjoying the content. And so whenever I watch someone's like tech channel, it's just really cringy. And those two guys, they kind of fall in the cringy category for me. Yeah, they can both be funny. Yeah, so like Tech Lead and is it Yoma? I thought it was Joma. It's Joma, right? Like they probably have really good, like they pull in a high view count and they put out like probably really good content. But because I'm a YouTuber, I just find everything cringy. And when they watch my channel, like they probably find my stuff like really cringy too. Jarvis Johnson was a cool tech YouTuber. Now he just makes random videos. Yeah. So when I used to watch Jarvis, his first couple of videos when he was just coming up, like he made some tech videos, and he was like a really funny guy. And then he slowly branched out to making like different content. And now it's just funny videos and it's not like cringy. But when you're making a tech channel and you're just talking about tech all the time, it's like so freaking, it's just so cringy for me. Random rambling from ex Google. Yeah, that's pretty much what is it? Tech Lead? Yeah. Yeah. Have I tried the Face App Challenge? Nah. I think I'm too lazy to download a new app now. I'm getting old. Whenever someone tells me to download a new app, I can't do it. My old fingers. All of your content can be quite nice, so I just watch you all from time to time. Yeah. 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 So there's another guy that's really cringy. That guy was Steven Mischuk. Is it Stefan Mischuk? Like that guy's really cringy too. I think he had like a lot of videos talking about tech. So the way I define like a cringy video is like a guy just looking at the camera telling you how to become a better programmer and talking to you about programming languages. That's like so bland and like yeah, I don't know. Something about it. Mutayeb, what's up? What's up, man? NodeJS versus Golang. No. They were funnier than your English accent. Yeah, they're probably, so the thing about like other tech channels is they like making that type of content. I don't like making videos like that. So they put a lot of good effort behind making those like good videos. I'm not saying they're not good. They're just, to me, they're just kind of like hard to watch. But, you know, that just comes from someone that watches YouTube way too much. So let me quickly answer Node.js versus Golang. If you're if you want to learn something that's really easy, NodeJS is probably one of the easier backend languages to learn. If you want to kind of like torture yourself a little bit, then using Golang is better in terms of self-torture. Yeah. So having built out like servers in both languages, I would say Golang is more maintainable because it's strictly typed. Node.js is more fun to write in, but more prone to bugs, especially during runtime, because the code is just whatever. So, it's whatever. Yeah. And also, here's another thing. Like, a lot of people have these questions about, oh, is language X better than language Y? Should I learn framework Z? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's so situational, and it depends on your own circumstance. And also, the last thing I'll say about this is, don't listen to anyone on the internet, including me. Like, just random guy X on the internet putting out his opinion on technology X. Like, don't listen to anyone. And this includes me. Don't listen to me. You have to try it out yourself before you really understand if it's the right thing for you. I know Tech Lead has some really good content in the beginning, but once you've exhausted the topics that you really care about, but the views keep coming in, you go common denominator with it. Yeah, that's what happens. So I ran into that problem also on my channel. There's only so much iOS content that I can talk about before I start repeating things. So I guess every channel runs into the content problem where you just run out of things to say. So now, branching out into backend development. And I guess back then I talked about Android for a little bit, and then we had some Flutter videos, some Node.js videos. And, there's a variety of topics. If you're a channel that just focuses on like 3 things that you talk about every freaking time, like, I don't know how people how they keep on making those videos and keep on watching themselves through the editing process, say the same things over and over. I don't know how people do it. Respect to them that can. I just can't. So I have one app. On the AppStore that I just released. But it was for my dad, actually. So there's an app called this Chinese learning app, and my dad doesn't know how to type in Chinese. So I made this app so that he can learn how to type things out on the phone. And it's basically this. It's called Pinyin Go. And it looks kind of like this. You basically just learn how to type some stuff. And I made it so that I can force my dad to learn something. Otherwise, I'll just sit on the cell phone all day, every day, 24 hours a day, just watching like videos after videos after videos, and not really exercising his brain. Old people, right? Ryan Avocado, what are your thoughts on Libra? Ever worked in crypto? Ever worked in crypto? Not really. I remember taking a crypto class at UC Berkeley. I dropped out of that class right quick after like a week. Didn't like it. Kind of felt hard. So I got the F out of there. Tech discussion ends up being fan. Is that fan whoring or fang? What's fang whoring? I'm gonna guess it's fan whoring. At a certain point, you just start whoring yourself out for views on YouTube, and you start selling out, like you start selling out your own channel when you make videos that are not that helpful to people. Yeah. So for this channel, I like to make videos that have a that have certain components about it. Like I want to help people learn something. And if I don't feel like I've done that, then I don't want to make that video. That's kind of my policy. You know, not everyone thinks the same way, but that's what I like to do. There's like way too many channels out there that are already talking about, oh, you go to an interview and you learn how to like talk to the guy that interviews you. You learn how to make your own resume look better, what kind of skills you need to have to work at a computer software organization. And there's way too many channels out there talking about that. I don't need to be one of them. Recommend videos regarding GraphQL Apollo with iOS. Oh. You know what? I really feel like I should learn GraphQL. It's what, 2019? GraphQL has been out for 2 years. It's a Facebook, kind of like a Facebook backend API. Oh, it's kind of a language, right? And I should probably learn it. Make channel to make money or work in company. You never showed us the app that you built. Can you show us some of the apps you built? There's only one app that I like really worked on, and it's just Touch of Modern. You know, all the courses that I put out, they okay, $28. Are those Australian dollars? Here's my lunch for you. So should we learn Objective-C with Swift? And it looks like we need to learn Swift UI. Is a new thing without storyboard. What's your thoughts? Okay, Eddie. Pashishnichenko. So this question comes up like from time to time. There's really no good answer to the Objective-C Swift versus Swift UI. Okay, so how do you want me to answer this question? As a person new to programming, or as someone that's been programming for maybe like 3 to 4 years, or me right now, like having done this for more than a decade? Or do you want me to answer this question like all of the above? Because it differs a lot. But thanks for the $28. What's an $8? What do you think of Elon Musk's Neuralink? I haven't looked into that, but I heard about it. If it had an AppStore, what would you make? So I wanted to look more into the Neuralink thing. I'm a web developer. Okay, I'm a web developer and I'm learning iOS development. So yeah, to a new developer. So you're not a new developer. You're a developer that has experience doing something else. I would say that, okay, here's the thing with Swift UI. No one's using it in production. No companies are going to use it for maybe like a year or two. I would not put my eggs in the Swift UI basket. Okay. United States dollar, Australian dollars. Okay. Aussie. So like Swift UI is kind of off the table for me. So, okay, I'll just list it out. Swift is probably the language that you should learn regardless of everything that's going on right now. So if you want to get into iOS development, Swift is the way to go. Then if you want to get a job, if you really want to get a job at a place, you want to learn both Swift and Objective-C. There's really no way around that because most companies are going to have some kind of like Objective-C library that you have to either maintain, or at least you have to be able to look at the code and understand what's going on. So there's no way around that. And if you're like some kind of startup company and you don't care about your code base right now, like Swift UI is like really easy to just knock out your application. But there's also other alternatives, right? You can use Flutter, really easy. Flutter and Swift UI is like very similar in terms of the code. If you use Flutter, you can also release onto the Android platform. And you can take care of all this stuff with just one developer. So I would recommend maybe just using Flutter if you're just like a brand new software company. Obviously, you know, that's just what I'm saying, but you really have to kind of research this stuff. Ozzy. Oi, oi, oi. Reverse engineering. You know, I have this Hackintosh and I keep telling everyone that I'm going to make this Hackintosh video, but I don't know. Do you guys want to see that? I don't know what Apple's going to do to my channel if I put out a Hackintosh video. I know there are other channels that do this. I don't really want to walk that fine line of having like Hackintosh builds on this channel. It's just like, I want to do it. I actually want to show what my computer looks like, but I don't want to be the guy that shows everyone a Hackintosh build. Let me know if you guys really want to see it. Maybe I'll just do like a quick build video of what's in my computer. Otherwise, I don't feel like being on the bad side of Apple. Please do not. Okay, I don't want this channel taken down because of the Hackintosh videos. I know. So I've published, like, they can revoke my developer license. They can in theory, but I can just sign up for another developer account with a different name. It's really easy to get around. Hackintoshes to me sound cheap and just not right. If I'm making iOS apps, I'd rather just buy a legit MacBook. So, Hackintoshes are, I guess, in terms of cost, they're cheaper. In terms of the actual working parts, they're actually better quality than what Apple includes in their own machines. So I can buy much better parts and run macOS on my computer. So it's cheaper in price, but the parts themselves are actually physically better. So for example, like I can buy like a AMD card that has Vega graphics, and you can't even get that in your MacBooks. So, but yeah, make a new channel and make what you want. Yeah, maybe. Okay, Danny P32 says, when are all the videos coming out for the Fullstack Node iOS HTML course? So I have a lot of the videos recorded, and they're in my like editing queue. Some are uploaded. I am thinking about releasing one video a week, depending on how many videos I get done this upcoming week. Maybe there's going to be more, but every day there's going to be a new coding video for the Fullstack social course. And that's my promise for everyone. There's a lot of people signed up for that course already. And if you are interested in enrolling, make sure to check it out with the link below. So yeah, it's going to be a fun course because it's not going to be about iOS development anymore. Okay, so here's another question for you guys. I am getting, let's just say, bored of iOS. I know a lot of you guys like the iOS content, but you can imagine me doing it for so long. I'm getting kind of bored with it, and I like talking about other tech. So you'll start to see some shift in channel content. And yeah. My setup at work. Okay, so bit.ly ly/2yc1h7. Okay. Oops. I typed bit.ly.com.ly. I'm so fucking stupid. Okay. The bit.ly? Why can I not get to it? bit.ly 2yc 1. Wait, am I typing this wrong? Oh, capital Y? Is this case sensitive? Jesus. Okay. Cool. So your setup is really similar to mine. It's really similar. So maybe I'll put it up here. Okay. So his setup looks like this. What is it? Okay. And I have a like 34-inch widescreen right now. I stopped using my 4K because it's a little inconvenient. But you have a mouse pad that I also have a really large mouse pad, just like that one. And okay, you have a mouse pad on top of a mouse pad. I don't know why you have that. I guess, is that the charging one? Or is that just for the green LED effect? I feel like that's the pad that charges your mouse. And then you have, what else do you have? You have some Google, is that Google speakers? I've never seen those speakers before. You have a MacBook shelved on a vertical stand. Looks good. Do you have dongles everywhere? Your setup is like really clean. Maybe everything's being hidden behind. I feel like you have cables behind the LCD. I see you have a couple of lightning cables. Looks clean. Yeah, looks clean, man. I like it. Okay, Eddie says I spent. Wait, is your work laptop? What are you talking about? Spending money? Yeah, it's a Wi-Fi charging mouse. Do you have to physically spend your own money at work, or you're just talking about the work expenses? $9,500 on it. So you can buy the laptop for, I would say, $4,000 if it's the new one. Then your monitor will maybe cost like $1,500 for this Dell laptop. The keyboard and mouse, you have the Mac, that, oh God, that's kind of overkill. You have the trackpad and you have the keyboard and you have the mouse. Let me ask you, so I've thought about that setup also. Do you use the trackpad and the mouse, or do you just find yourself using the mouse? I like the keyboard. Okay, if anything, I actually want to buy that black matte full-size keyboard. I think that keyboard costs like $100 or $150. The trackpad also costs $100 or $100-ish. So you're saying you spent $9,500 on this setup? You spent $5,500 on that MacBook. Wow. See, when the new one comes out, I also plan on spending like $4,000 to $5,000. So that's a really good investment. I think spending $5,000 on a MacBook is a really good investment, because it's going to last you at least 4 to 5 years. And if you think about it that way, it's like $1,000 a year to get a really fast machine to be super productive. I like it. Yeah, space gray. Did you buy one of the newer Macs? or is this the last generation one, the one that had the throttling i9 problem? Space gray trackpad is what I have. Super clean together with the keyboard. Yeah. I like the trackpad more than the mouse. Do you guys edit videos on your Mac or on the trackpad? So I'm looking at it. I mean, I like the chair also. Can we get a pricing on the chair? Looks like at least $200 to $300 chair. Like me just thinking about editing videos using a trackpad, that feels like carpal tunnel just ready to happen. I really like the keyboard. It's so that looks like a nice sexy keyboard with the black keys, the white accented lettering. Makes me want to just buy one right now. I'm not a big fan of the screen. Is this a Dell curved screen? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these flat screens. Like I'm using one right now where it's not flat, but these wide flat screens. They don't look that great to me. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about them, but it looks plain. It looks plain, unfortunately. It would be really nice if you had two of these though. Having one, okay, I think the problem is having one of these screens looks plain, but if you had two, maybe stacked vertically, one on top of another, that would look pretty badass. Okay, I think I'm talking about these builds too much. I would love, man, maybe I should just make another channel and talk about computer builds. If you're getting bored with iOS, what is your next favorite type of topic? Blockchain, machine learning, React. Good question. Good question, John. I would, so I'd already do React.js for the Let's Build That App.com website. When you're learning it for the first couple of months, it's pretty fun and it's really exciting what you can build out with just very little bit of code. But having done it for a while, it's, it is what it is. It's still a lot of fun. I remember teaching in Shanghai and a bunch of students were getting into blockchain and they built out some projects with blockchain technology. I wasn't completely sold on blockchain myself. I don't know what the real use case for it is outside of Bitcoin mining, or I'm not even sure what I'm talking about really. Machine learning is interesting. Maybe I'll get into that. So obviously the most exciting thing outside of iOS development is either backend server building, because that's actually useful. You can get a job once you learn backend development. Other than that, maybe Android development is also really fun. we need a tutorial about writing a DX file. Man, AutoCAD. Jesus Christ, Rabbi Elias. Smackaroonie looking 10. I'm so red after playing tennis. It looks like I just got out of the plantation, out of the farm picking strawberries the whole day. Aurelian, hey, what's up, everyone? Hope you guys are doing well. I mean, I really hope everyone out there is doing well and having a good time programming. Because if you think about it, programming is one of those jobs that is both fun, educational, challenging, not boring, and you can always come back for more. What other job has all of these 5 qualities? I can't think of that many. And every day is a new puzzle for you to solve. And you get new toys to play with, new languages, updates. It's fun. It's fun. Every now and then I get these comments on the channel from people that tell me like, "Oh, I don't want to learn this new technology. I just feel like I'm just like circling around backend and iOS. I only have enough time to learn iOS. I don't want to bother with this other thing." And these comments are kind of weird. If you're into programming, it's like you should be excited to learn new topics. That's my opinion. All right, Mike Pujol, I got to go. Thank you very much for all your content. You're welcome, man. Your vids helped me land my first mobile development internship and full-time gig without a CS degree or bootcamp. I'm in South SF. Oh, man. I'm in South SF if you ever wanted to hang out over coffee. Dude, I used to live in South SF and now I'm in Dublin. If you're out here in Dublin, make sure to let me know. I'll grab some coffee and we can talk about how your mobile dev internship is going. That's exciting. I'm just glad people are able to learn from the channel. Again, this channel is focused on the first priority is to learn, and the second priority is to learn with a meaningful project. Third priority is to maybe not feel so stupid when you're looking at new syntax. It's always helpful to have someone walk you through the syntax and you're like, oh yeah, this guy makes the same mistakes I do. This guy's a god of programming, but he makes mistakes. But yeah, thanks Mike for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, I'll come out to Dublin, or maybe I'll visit the city. We can have a beer, talk about programming. Sounds like fun. I really enjoy your videos. Great I can never pronounce that word. Pedagogy. Is it pedagogy? Pedagogy. Yes, pedagogy. Right. Behind the course, and great time spent learning from you. Thanks, Aurelian. Your kind words are much appreciated. We want Dr. Brain back, man. Thanks for the vids. In your thoughts, what's your recommendation to develop for the iOS platform or Android? I think my British accent is just way over the top. I don't know if the accent's like good. It's probably not. I'm probably butchering it. Let's try this one. Hey, I watched your videos to learn the basics of Swift, and now I won a WWDC 19 scholarship. I just wanted to say thank you. Why do British people talk like that? It's so formal. I think it's just so formal sounding. I mean, I really like listening to the English people talk. It's just when I try to imitate it, it sounds so wrong. Can you make another series on some kind of iOS project for beginners? Yeah, I suppose. What's your thoughts on continuing your CS degree versus focusing on your job and staying focused on the latest tech? Well, the latest tech, you're never going to be able to keep up with the latest tech. As you can see, there's countless tech coming out every freaking day. It's hard. While you're at it, can you do a Texas accent? A Texas accent. What do the Texans sound like? They sound really rough. I don't know how to do a Texas accent. Texas accent. Maybe like a Southern accent. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Is that Southern? Try their French accent. Oh, the French. No, I just sound like British. Yeah, I can't do the French accent either. It's always like, oh, but you want to go and learn the techie. Something like that. There's a hint of French. I can hear it. Oh, most of your production backend is serverless with AWS Lambda. Something like that. Definitely something there. I think I'll have to watch some French videos to polish up the French. I can't do a German accent. How about is it Russian? The Communist Party. I try to learn the Swift syntax. Okay, there's something there, but I don't know. I'll have to watch some more Russian videos to really get that one. I've been watching the Wimbledon. Who was it? Halep? Simona Halep. I think she's from Russia. Might be wrong, but I was watching her post Wimbledon championship interview. So she kind of sounds like that, right? It's like, Serena Williams was a very strong tennis player, but I practice every day and through very hard practice, I was able to beat her on the court. Something like that. Oh, that's bad. Yeah. How about an Arnold accent? I was practicing the Arnold, like, oh, get down, get to the chopper. Everybody get down. oh. He just grunts a lot. It's like, oh, you want to learn the Swift language? No, get down. Don't learn the Swift. Yeah. Have you tried Italian accent? I'm not really good at. I really have to practice, and I have to listen to it a lot before I can do it. I can't even do like the mainland Chinese accent. So there's like this mainland accent, and you can't do it. Chinese accent top tier. Oh, the Chinese accent. Oh, the Chinese accent. Chinese people, they talk like they have this British accent. So it's like, oh, you want to learn the Chinese accent. But how come? It's always this, man, which software are you using for editing your video? Final Cut Pro. What about iOS tutorial for PDF manipulation? Oh, so very hard. I don't know either. Mr. Brain just stopping by to say thank you for your videos. Top notch. Yeah, I'm just glad people are here to hang out. You know, doesn't have to be serious all the time. I feel like some channels are just a little serious. I'm not that serious of a person. It's just hard. I really want to make the videos a little more lighthearted and not just talking about tech or programming all the time. But when I'm really focused on explaining a topic, I can't really deviate from that lesson and what I have to type out in code. Maybe someday I'll be so good at explaining how to program that I can goof around in the lesson and make jokes and talk about other things that are somewhat related. Maybe I can be that good one day. Like when you watch Bob Ross and how he teaches you, painting this exquisite painting, he's really good at just doing his thing and talking about other stuff. When I'm teaching these programming lessons, I really have to focus on, okay, what's the next line of code that I have to type out? Am I going to be able to type it out correctly? It's really like a marathon. You have to be able to do so many things at the same time. Eddie, you're buying my dinner tonight, Eddie. I'm looking for a camera and to broadcast it 8 hours to private server. Do you think it's all right to run this camcorder or mirrorless camera more than 8 hours a day? Just want to use it like CCTV in my room. I don't want the CCTV cameras. They are shit. I will buy your house. So Eddie, I have a Lumix Panasonic camera, and I've had this guy on for like hours, like 24 hours at least. Sometimes I forget that I have it on, and it's just running the whole day. And it's not capturing anything. I just plug it into my computer through a USB hub, and I capture the feed that way. So if it's not recording, then it's not overheating, and it's fine. But if you're recording, then that's a different story. Having it on for 8 hours is no problem. If you bought the Sony ones, they might be a little harder to maintain. So I recommend the Panasonic one if you're gonna run a long stream. Also, camcorders are much better at that. Mirrorless cameras are okay. So yeah. Ciao, Mr. Joe Yellow. Yeah. Was that the last video? Yeah, that was the last video I just put out. And do a Trump accent. I can't do the Trump accent. He just talks with the hand, right? That what he does? Isn't this what Italians do when they talk? Oh, the Democrats. Now I just sound like Arnold. He does sound kind of like that, though. Yeah. How was your feeling about React Native and Flutter? I don't know, man. I would probably learn Flutter. It seems easier. Okay, Ryan Acevedo. Do all programmers have an addiction to coffee? I think everyone has an addiction to coffee. It's not programming specific. Thank you for the stream and lessons, bruh. I gotta go. See you later, Lufia. I'll make some cool apps soon. Awesome. The Germans. Have you guys watched Graham Norton, the guy that interviews people on the couch? That's a great show. Watching his show on the telly. Oh, it's a jolly old time, a jolly good time. Got to go back to the dungeon to study. See you, Ryan. Hope you had fun in the stream today. All right, so Eddie and Ryan and the folks that have given the super chats today, really thank you, including Mike Pujols. That's Atlanta Cardinals. Thanks for the super chats. Do appreciate it. And with Eddie's contributions to the stream, maybe I'll grab myself a nice dinner, a nice steak dinner. Yeah. So I think I'll see everyone. Let's hide this comment here. I think I'll see everyone in a future date. All right. Bye, guys.